Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Ghost Rider versus Spawn. We were going to watch previously Kratos versus Azra, but there were some mishaps possibly, so I had to redo that one later on. But for now we'll get into this one because I said, hey, why not? Because it looked cool, and I heard it was cinema from when I was seeing other people post. So let's get right into it and let's enjoy ourselves with this wonderful death battle video from them once again. Let's see if this is a controversial one or this is on point. Who do you guys got your money on? I'm gonna think Ghost Rider got this one in the bag. I don't know. I feel like Ghost Rider's gonna win this one, to be honest. But let's get into it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know who you think's gonna win. Here we go.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts.
Johnny Storm.
Of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson.
Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him. Johnny turned to the only
Wampa
thing
fruit's
that
crazy.
could. Oh!
To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell.
Only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the Spirit of Vengeance.
So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into hellfire. An undead
Nah, that's a
skeleton
crazy
with a sick-ass hug.
that movie some of those scenes kind of scared me when I was younger with Johnny Cage and his face, the faces he would make were always insane.
Stuntman from hell. He called him Stunt Daredevil.
The
Sorry,
Daredevil.
Johnny, nothing's taken.
Okay, then how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named a character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was bad news for Earth sinners and scumbags.
Let me
He's
see that
strong
one more
enough to pull
time.
you. The Ghost Rider was bad news.
Ooh.
Hey, then how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named a character the same
Ghost Rider.
thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was
Eh,
bad news for
it's alright.
Earth sinners and scumbags.
I think I
He's
got
strong
the
enough
joke.
to pull down skyscrapers.
Renee Jonathan, Johnny Blaze, former stunt cyclist bound with Zarthathos, the Spirit of Vengeance, former King of Hell, fellow Ghost Rider alongside Danny Ketch, and Robbie Reyes.
Blow up mountains and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body.
Ghost
His
Rider
whole
body is
arsenal is hellfire.
Ghost Rider. I want to read that. Ghost Rider's body is mystical in nature and not subject to ordinary body limitations such as fatigue. Attempts to temper with his biological makeup have proven ineffective. That's not possible. There you go. This is a hard Ghost Rider picture.
Weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body. His whole arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create anything he can think of, from an infinite stream of chains, a shot.
Dimension Stare, Demonic Magic, Hell. I wish they showed more of this in the movies. Demonic Magic, Hell Cycles, Hellfire, Mystic Chains, Penance Stare, Regenerative Healing, Sin and Soul Manipulation, Superhuman Physique. So the spirit remains inside me. That's sick. That's so fire.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his Hell Cycle.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
His boner, Wiz. Get it? And it doesn't just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul.
His brother.
His own brother, Danny Ketch.
Wait,
Flesh.
what? That's
Hellfire
fire.
is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by
That's
Johnny's
dope.
successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh
Danny
yeah,
Ketch.
Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look? The Penance Stare.
The Penance Stare inflicts upon its victims
That's
every ounce
crazy.
of pain they ever wreaked upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Obliterating your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul.
Contest and Danny
Danny at the time had absorbed numerous spirits of vengeance to overpower Johnny. Later, Johnny proved to be Danny's superior in combat. So why not just verbally say that?
actually depowered Johnny.
It may seem
Eyes
like
are
Johnny
windows
was
to the
weaker.
soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the Penance Stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
That was cool.
But if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, Penance Stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest
what,
hitters,
he can
like
fly?
Thor, World War.
Infinite distance away is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, Penance Stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard.
Damn, that's a lot that you went through that quick. Asgard shouldn't be hard to mention space. Incredible Hulk Volume 1 and Beyond Final Universe. As Marvel Multiverse contains an infinite set of universes, this means Asgard distance from Earth is infinite.
Infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
That's a lot.
Right before an army of
And even bring down heaven itself.
Hulk and Doctor Strange. Hell,
Zarathos, source of the Ghost Rider's power, demonic physiology, nature's manipulation, magical energy manipulation. Other hosts, Audra Jones, The Hood, A Single Mother, Screamer, Danger, Craven, and a Brood, possibly an angel.
Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring
Dang,
down
Ghost
heaven
Rider stacked
itself.
like that.
Before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as
While the first heavenly spirits of vengeance emerged after the Great Flood, Mephisto has been creating them even earlier. The first ever recorded Ghost Rider appeared in circa 1 million BC and teamed up with a young Odin in the first Iron Fist, Mephisto.
his divine wrath on Earth, a sort of heavenly Black Ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him.
I need to
Realm.
receive that.
Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls.
but such power cannot go along unnoticed. This Zardoz destroys souls that should by rights belong to the lords of Hades. He seeks a sea of followers to rival ours as well.
And battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
I thought that would still your arrogant tongue. Thus it remains only for your final piece to fall into place, as Johnny Blaze joins you on the race for freedom. No one I have my fate intertwined with his any longer. Silence Athos, you and Blaze must join forces. Elude all pursuers, avoid all hell's traps, and race to the mystical portal, which transported you into my domain. If we reach that portal together, I will grant you the freedom you so desperately desire. Your spirit will no longer be bound to Blaze.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon. Fitting as his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare.
Damnation Stare. As the King of Hell, Johnny broke through a million different enhancements placed by Doctor Strange and Wong. As the King of Hell, who planned to merge all of the netherworld spirits.
Thingin' just sends you straight to hell. No shot.
As they say though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all.
Outspit millionaire, survived battling World War Hulk, used Spencer on the whole city, took a missile that would have destroyed the Angel Saint Michael, fought the Avengers to a standstill, defeated Doctor Strange, Mephisto, Null the Living Darkness, Zakiel.
All of Hell's escaped demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of
It's gonna be a good fight.
Always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a
Yeah,
glance,
so
could
I'm
make
thinking
the
Ghost Rider
Galactus
gonna
himself
get this
shit his
though.
pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
'Cause they
I already
sure
knew he was
as
crazy
hell
just
won't
off
find
him
any
being
of his.
in that one comic where he became the hero for Galactus.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you
We
can now
love
enjoy
Robin
the
Hood.
VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions.
The
I
privileges of the
love
very
Robin
privileged are
Hood.
no longer exclusive. With Robin Hood Gold,
Yeah, that's
your
a
annual
long-ass
IRA.
one.
Member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robin Hood Gold LLC.
If Al Simmons was one thing, he was a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated
We got
assassin.
Spawn
Simmons
time.
upheld democracy around the globe at the barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later. After his
Awful.
wife had already remarried and had a daughter.
There, you saw her.
Awful.
Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes all the way back around to being the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge, wizard, and despair.
Spawn
Albert Francis Simmons, alias Lieutenant Colonel Hellspawn Al, or is that AI? I think it's Al. The Sad Man, former CIA assassin, battling for K7, Letha, and a neuroparasite, former King of Hell, longest running independent comic book character.
would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the
Make
full
given
breadth
as
of
a
his
stat.
demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather, and even stop time. Speaking of
Damn,
time,
Spawn
he
is
can fly
crazy.
so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malbolgia cursed him so that he could only make himself. Yeah.
Oh, it's petty trolling like that.
Wait,
Gets you a
nah,
throw.
that's crazy. No, that's fucked up.
Concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malbolgia cursed him so that he could only make himself. Yeah.
Oh, it's petty trolling like that gets you a throne in hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy shit because he runs on necroplasm.
Oh my god, that's crazy. You are made of necroplasm, the flesh and the blood of hell, if you will, and within that flesh dwells hatred, anger, lust, and all the deadly sins of mankind. Body manipulation, intangibility, invisibility, shape-shifting, transmutation, regeneration, elements manipulation, energy absorption, flight, mental manipulation, necromancy, necroplasm, sin and soul manipulation, teleportation, and weather manipulation. Crazy.
Basically,
This
hell
man
juice.
is
You're not
stacked.
wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He's even absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every bit
Damn.
of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
So
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And as befits his past profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners.
That's tough. That is hard as
It's red.
shit.
Made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
That's
It's
hard as
literally made
shit.
Of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving.
Of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners.
Some designs suggested that they are symbolically attached to their other outer skin, which is fashioned from the souls of a million sinners, but they're all able to walk the earth unnoticed, hiding under any guise that suits their purpose.
Sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of
We're also part vampire.
vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite.
I guess Freak Blade probably hates Spawn then, huh? Agony Axe, Chains of Hell, God for what? guns. This boy went to freaking Minecraft. Probably saw the new Minecraft when you think Spawn likes new Steve. Jack Black Steve. Guns, aka 830 rocket launcher. Brimstone cannon, burst missile launcher, Mad Cat submachine gun, necroplasma gun, sawdust shotgun. How's not all these guns just necroplasm? K7 Letha, sword of the spirit.
Stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn...
But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed.
Once the Hellspawn has been sufficiently weakened or disoriented, a final blow, clean and swift, voids the creature and its living shell from this level of existence. Its severed head is proof of that finality. Then and only then will the undead finally die.
Permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own... how do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela.
Yeah, I seen her in the card game. I actually want to hear this. In the Marvel Snap.
Own... how do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around him, she had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence.
You're one more little pawn who will never become a queen. You're in the army. You're in the army. Haven't you ever wondered who you're meant to be fighting? Poor Hellspawn. You aren't that bright, are you? I don't understand. Once activated, it sets up a dimensional resonance that will lance the Hellspawn from this low existence like pus from a boil.
Existence, and Spawn got it.
That was an angel, but she tried to kill me. Like I said, there's a lot you don't know. Put that down. Don't touch it. She dropped this. But what is it? What does it do?
But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed, until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are.
Reality to undo his own
shiny button and activate it on himself.
Retarded.
So, Spawn
like I said, a good kid, just not very bright. Pity Simmons showed a potential. He could have been the one.
was forever destroyed until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are, good as new. That has to be the
right as rain.
You've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive.
And even his old boss remade in existence.
There we are, good as new. That has...
Instead of the spirit erasing Spawn instinctively reflected the power back at the spirit self, erasing it and its wielder from reality. What? How would he erase Angela? So is she just gone? Or is she still like, how, what?
Has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn.
Anti-Spawn.
Old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn.
Was that just Superman in his golden form, for what it's called? Anti-Spawn looks pretty cool.
He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
So yeah, aside Hellspawn, we come to extract the Forsaken.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that had killed all of humanity.
Because the reason Malvosia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
Oh,
Seems like you are very rare, built just like right wiring. You could have been an instrument of God's elite. Instead, you pimped your allowing others to trigger your senses, manipulate your logic, just like I did. It's not about good or evil. Those are concepts created by man, very limited. That's how I got you, because your heart wanted me. You mean all that you become has always been your choice.
The best at taking orders.
all his life and all his death, Hal was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to hell and ripped Bulbosia's head off. With a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality, Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of
Hell King Spawn. Constant increases in power. Giant form. Omnipotent in hell. Soul obliteration. Divine Spawn. Angelic wings granted by Mother of Resistance. Regeneration and reality reconfiguration.
hell, gaining
It's. Oh, I wanted to read that.
Loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn became death. Hell was nothing more than a hired gun.
but he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to hell and ripped Bulbosia's head off. With a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality, Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of
It is more than a possession, it's an extension of him. The very fabric of this world exists only to serve him. It feeds and comforts him. It gives him strength.
hell itself, gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases
Pulsing ulteriors that flow with limitless power. Every heartbeat increases his might as 100-fold.
100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other hell lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between heaven and hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this god and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful.
The 10 hells and 7 heavens consist of infinite layers. Each circle of hell is infinite in size, with each one separated by infinite distance. Likewise, every layer of heaven is infinite, existing with different time continuums.
Enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that,
For Gaia to separate the Satan destroy him.
infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn.
Created the entire world, closed all the dead zones created by God, tore a hole in the space-time continuum, survived and rewrote his own existence, said to be the strongest hell Spawn, maxed God, Satan in divine form, defeated Malboja, Satan, Mammon, Azurin, Arisen, Anti-Spawn, and Violator.
Born as a human, but he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can instantly brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left
Damn, this could go either way, bro. This sounds like this is gonna be a good fight. They both sound really stacked.
Battle is sponsored by DraftKings Casino.
If the slots are spinning, you could be winning. Head over to DraftKings Casino and play the classics you know and love, or try something new with DraftKings exclusive games.
Plus, new players that give DraftKings sponsor.
21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends March 16th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for one hell of a death battle!
Yeah, they look. I don't know, like it. It's kind of cute in their little chibi forms.
Nights like these drive men insane. Brimstone in the air, something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me.
That's gotta be good.
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
I think I think the fight is gonna come down to a time difference thing. Seeing that as Johnny can fight way longer in his power, and I'm pretty sure he can't be taken out of it almost at all.
Blobby, you fight like a bum.
You've earned your damnation.
Damn, that was fire. This is a fire fight.
Be damned.
Johnny already powered already? That's so crazy. Damn. And then he goes in his God form. He goes God mode instantly. It's sick. That was fire. What did he say again? Real wickedness. Oh, this shit is crazy. Wait.
I eat sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn.
Wait, who's gonna wait? No way. No way. No way Ghost Rider loses. That'd be actually crazy. And with its own stare. Damn, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
It's like you said.
Oh, so why no costume Ghost Rider?
Asshole.
Oh, God damn!
Literally. This was a nail-biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First up, power. Divine Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist.
That was a good. That was a dope fight. I can see where I can agree with the outcome. Johnny Blaze once claimed only God can destroy Ghost Riders permanently. However, as shown in Ghost Rider Volume 2 and Ghost Rider Danny Ketch, separating the spirit of vengeance from their host is fatal to the former, regardless of God's involvement. Well, I mean, that's the only contingency then.
More direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance stare, just like he resisted a very similar attack from
Spawn has also survived also has twice survived the fourth layer of hell, which subjugates the soul to its own sense of the penance stare.
Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos couldn't.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason
Mephisto claims stealing Ghost Rider's soul would be difficult, but only through trickery. In Ghost Rider 06, Danny stole Spirit of Vengeance from Ghost Riders worldwide, including Johnny. Johnny's soul has also been stolen by Moondark.
Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the penance stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance squared.
The damnation stare, on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too.
Rogue absorbs Zarathos, allowed him to briefly control her uncanny evangelical. Lolita can control the soul, body, and mind of her host. Given Al constantly resists her, he can similarly resist Zarathos' control.
Like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was
Well, then they kind of did Ghost Rider a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie. They kind of stacked him and kind of unwinnable match for him, especially this version of Spawn. I guess even fought Cosmic. They would have to give him Cosmic. I think that was kind of a crazy match, to be honest. Kind of did my man dirty.
Subscribe and join as a member.
Shigaraki vs. Mighty Toad. That's gonna be cool to someone to see. But let me know what you guys thought about that one down below. Once again, I thought it was a pretty good fight nonetheless. I still think they did Ghost Rider pretty dirty in the long run though. But I'd love to know you guys' thoughts. Great work as always from Death Battle. But don't forget to leave a like, a comment down below about the video, and as well as please don't forget to subscribe. Peace, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.